We are in a tie match at the top. Double
Oh.
gen pop to avoid the deadlock. They do go down. There is a haste status effect. They did be careful here. The hatch is going to spawn momentarily. Deadhard could get them the distance to get it too. Shot.
Really smart play on the ace. Oh my god, getting shot through the window.
No longer have distortion, and they are going to teleport here. I think they get there in time. Yes!
Oh, the grab! Yes!
Oh my
god!
That is disappointing. This is be a 4-man out because
Yeah, but they will be able to block
yeah.
this. Yo, getting caught on that. Ace coming with the body
my
block.
God.
Oh, they were here. Welcome back to James of the Fog, everybody. I'm your host, littlerugaard, and joining me once again is Commissioner-in-Chief himself, the Giltspire. How are you doing, sir?
Pretty good, pretty good. Well rested for a very intense match between Descent and Deathwish. Both teams that have shown up pretty well this season, and we are going to be treated to some more Hillbilly today.
I don't know what on earth these teams are thinking bringing Hillbilly, but I'm here for it. Pre-game chatter we were watching behind the scenes. They've been practicing a metric ton of Hillbilly just for this match, so I hope it pays off and we get to see some cracked chainsaws. I was denied some chainsaw action earlier today, and I have been desperately needing catharsis.
Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. But, you know, with that being said, we are going to be seeing Descent killing first against Deathwish's Survivor team. And we will not have to wait long to see what this Hillbilly has in store for us today.
No, we will not, as... What is that? Oh, that is loud. All right, fix that. Every time. Oh, my goodness. They saw the Nancy immediately. Do you see that? They didn't go for Nancy. They went for Jake.
If you know the spawn logic of these maps, then you can find these survivors quite quickly. And there's no map as consistent as the Gas Heaven.
For sure, though. Oh, good mind games from this Jake, not leaving the tile altogether, fearing the potential chainsaw, but now that... Oh, no M1 either. Switching off entirely and going after the ace instead, pre-dropping the... I don't think they intended to do that. There's
I
no
think
live.
that may have been the wrong side. I think it did work out as the Billy was a little bit tripped up. Hillbilly, unable to get the chainsaw, though, will continue to chase, looking very reminiscent of our match earlier today with the Hillbilly.
True. There's the low pro value as they are able to stick on the ace. He's probably going to go down here due to the low... What was that?
You know, just admitting defeat and going, I'm going to touch your bones.
I mean, I guess who's the real winner here, but... One hook coming in for this killer. No sign of anything else from this killer so far, though. There's a corrupt. We don't know any of the perks. I mean, we can start guessing. There's no ruin. No pop goes the weasel, though. Like, probably not forced penance. Like, it's kind of a mystery here.
Yeah, ain't much to go off of. Even no Scourge Hook Pain Resonance from what we saw, but Hillbilly kind of trying to push these survivors off those gens while also keeping this survivor on the hook, just threatening back and forth, slowing down the game as much as humanly possible. And so far, they have been successfully doing so, as not a single gen has been completed.
I mean, in all fairness, this is the best hook you could probably hope for as a Billy. Your corrupt is just now ending. And... oh, it's a Rancor. 2 gen pops, though. No sign of the survivors so far. One in the gas station, but this is going to probably secure a second stage on the survivor. Okay, so we know 2 perks now. Rancor coming in, as I'm sure, well, actually, does the survivors on hook, they're not going to see the aura of the killer. They might not know about Rancor just yet.
I mean, the Ace does. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I guess about to say, I was like, well, Ace, doesn't need to. His teammates would see. But no, you're right. Since they are on hook, do they? I guess they wouldn't see the aura there unless they had gone behind some objects. So yeah, good call on that one. Rancor might still be a bit of mystery. However, with Rancor being in play and the first survivor on hook being the Obsession, a little bit of give and take, I do suppose.
Yeah, you did get a little bit of information, but you weren't able to use anything from it. I mean, to be fair, it's still not bad for this Billy. This is about to be a 3v1 if they don't make a good save here. Jake coming in and cat and mousing, but there's no actual commitment from either of the survivors. Oh, Nancy coming in though, blocking it off. Nancy going down. They do get the unhook. Jake able to body block, and they might go down as well potentially here. Gonna take a hit from the low pro, getting a little bit of distance. Ace trying to heal the Nancy, but going to get up with the hook trade, and I imagine you don't want to camp this. You can go after the Jake now, can't you?
Yeah, I'd say go immediately for the Jake, or even better yet, find the Ace once again and tunnel them out here. I think that probably would be the play that would get you the most value. And sure enough, there's the Ace, exactly who the Hillbilly wanted to see. And Ace going for this pallet. Will they be able to get anywhere with it?
Close.
There's another gen there as we see Rancor going off once more.
Yeah, I think they know now that Rancor is on the table here. I can't believe he slid off of that. That was cheeky. That was super cheeky.
It's a common a hug stack location, and even Billy can get some value from that. It ain't just the blight.
Fair enough. Ace did get oh, that was cheeky. Well played. Ace getting a heal up there as Nancy is continuing to loop this pallet like an absolute mad lad. Well done. So many fakes.
Job mind gaming again and again and again. Doing a fantastic job, but your luck can only last so long, and Nancy will go down here.
They will. An unfortunate DS if they were to have it, but no DS coming in. Second hook coming in for this Nancy, as I do believe the wiggle, or the hook bug has occurred. They do have 4 states, not 3. This gen is almost completed, though. These survivors have been just massacring the gens in this time, but it is the Ace. He is the death hook survivor.
And we do see another gen pop off there in the distance. Billy just barely getting the hit on the Ace, unable to make it connect, and they will drop the chase here to regress this gen next to the hook.
Yeah, it looked like it should have hit, but I mean, hillbilly hit logic, right? Like you've been that killer that like went right into the back of a survivor and it just killed the chainsaw for some reason. It happens.
Yeah, sometimes they just have backs of steel is all, right?
There you go. They had surgery, they had pins implanted, and it just messed with the chainsaw, so the chainsaw didn't get that deep.
Exactly.
However, if this survivor that's paused, right? Like they've been on this hook for a long time. Was that kinship?
It could very well be. Definitely seems like it is lasting quite some time. And these gens, though a bit of a 3-gen here, do have some decent progression on them. So Hillbilly here needing to make a choice in some way, shape, or form. Looks like they're going to be going for the Jake here, but they're not able to get the unhook in time. No. That will be the down. Ace is now in a world of hurt as well. Nancy needs to get the body block. Ace goes down. This is a huge play for the Hillbilly.
Absolutely. I was going crazy there for a second because they were faking like they were going to, rev the chainsaw, but they weren't going to commit. But then Ace actually committed to the unhook, and I was worried they wouldn't get the hit there, but they do. Ace now dying. First hook coming in for the Jake. Survivors need to be on a generator somewhere. They are. They finish it. There is no wet in play, however. We do see the haste status effect, and we see where Nancy's running to. Do we know where the Nia went?
Yeah, as of right now, it does not appear to be the case. Oh, there's Nia. I thought that was going to be Nancy based on the directionality, but not the case. And all Billy needs to do here is get the M1 on the Nia, and this is going to be a huge play as Nia has yet to be hooked.
True. Do you take the chance and leave the survivor slugged? That's the question. Because Nancy's death hook, she's not worth that much, but you could force the 4K. No, they're going to go for the hook anyway. Center hook.
Yeah.
We saw that Nancy run behind the gas station, but she might just now be getting to the unhook on Jake. I don't think they've done any exit gate preparation.
We'll have to wait and see here. If they're able to get the exit gate early, then they might be able to get an out, but it does not appear to be the case as there's only one light there. Nancy down on the ground. Now, this could be a little bit of bait to get a survivor off hook, but I think it is all for naught as the Hillbilly will opt to drop the potential pickup and instead go for the Jake trying to get the exit gate.
Yeah, maybe there's a latent... Do we know who got the unhook first time around? There might not be Deliverance in play anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so off the top of my head. Jake trying to make a mad dash to the unhook. Not able to make it happen, though. With that contact, there is no DS as a possibility. And now Billy just trying desperately to get to a hook in time. Unless there's an Unbreakable in play, that there will be the end of this match.
I think so. Unbreakable would have happened by now. They should have done the Deliverance already. I think this is the 4K. The question is, I guess, if you get Nancy, is there a hook for Nancy nearby? Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good question. It looks like there is, though.
Yep. Wow. 4K coming in here for Descent. Yeah, making sure that Nia does go to struggle phase, and that was really, really well done. I can't believe that unhook went so, like, everything on that unhook went wrong. Ace traded, Nancy traded, no, not Nancy, Jake traded, and there's the 4K.
Yeah, I really aggressive on hook. Honestly, I think the better plan would have been just to let them die on hook.
Quite possibly. That was very impressive. This Billy's gonna have to. that's a tall order to match as we do. Yeah, Rancor and Noah. No value it felt like from Rancor besides actually no. Being able to see the Nia when that last gen popped was crucial.
Yeah, I'd say a little bit of value there at the end for sure, as little as it might have been. There was also Bamboozle, which I don't think they vaulted a single window that entire match.
No, they did not. Oh my word. That was really good, Billy. That was impressive. Those were some great chainsaws.
Indeed, indeed. But that being said, we are going to be switching sides here now. This time, Deathwish killing against a Survivor team. And we are going to be seeing a Hillbilly mirror match on the Gas 7 once again. So we will be setting up that lobby here in just a few moments, though. Before we do, I do want to remind everyone here watching today that you, yes, you are our sponsors. So every ad that you watch, all the bits that you tip, all the subs that you buy, all go to support Champs of the Fog, including our $525 prize pool. So that being said, we'll see you all in just a little bit.
Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody, to part 2 of the Hillbilly Saga. I'm your host, littlerugaard, and once again, this is Giltspire. Sorry, but had a little bit of DBD things on the back end to take care of, but we're back in it, and the question is, can this Billy also 4K before someone escapes.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's going to come down to. Osaka is known as a pretty good hillbilly main. So definitely not outside the realm possibility, but he will need to get a 4K before 5 gens are completed to secure the win for the set, or a 4K at 5 gens in order to tie the set and tie it up in the match point instead. So only time will tell. But that being said, Osaka will be off to the races with the Billy Boy.
Yeah, they will. And I don't know if you saw, I think I saw a Survivor at the edge of my peripheral there. However, checking out this very far spawn point and nobody to be seen. What on earth is this weapon? It looks so weird.
Oh, I think it's a shotgun.
Oh, okay. Bet,
Yeah, I think it's the shot-off shotgun, the butt of the gun.
Wow, look at him slide off these surfaces like a pro. You're right. He
Yeah,
has a Billy main.
Much like Blights, you know, Billy mains are very much attuned with the logic of collision on these maps, but we do hear there a bamboozle, which we did not see last match, but seen it come and play here at the main building, trying to get a cheeky hit there at the pallet, but this Survivor knew better and is gone.
Yeah, they are. I didn't think there would be that many people hiding out in the main building there, but they are. Yeah. Nia getting sectioned off a little bit, and that will be first hook coming in. Kind of similar to last game, they do get a hook within their corrupt period, but this is not going to be that nasty central hook we saw earlier. Survivors might be able to jam. Yeah, they might be able to jam a gen before corrupt is over, honestly.
Yeah, definitely not sell the wrong possibility. I think main gen could be a candidate for that, but we see that unhook very, very quickly. Billy nowhere near gone. Nia and Billy having a quick chat and all that, and looks like Billy will be going for the tunnel out here.
Yeah, I'm about to say it looked like one of those almost 1v1 couch sessions that you see going on. However, no light, and I'm wondering, does she have Dead Hard? Oh wow, she left that. I didn't see that happen at all.
Yeah, these Spires very keen on not sticking to tiles, instead holding W for the win. Nia, though, not able to get to the pallet in time, and that there will be the second hook of the game, unless there's a DS and a Survivor trying to income for a flashlight save.
Oh no!
And does get it.
Oh no, under the pallet and a flashlight? I don't think they were gonna get that anyway.
Yeah, I saw Nancy last minute coming in, and I was like, ooh, what are you going to do here? I saw the flashlight, too. I was like, oh, man, that is rough.
That is, and this Survivor is going to be able to get to the shack. Oh, no.
Yeah,
is it worth tunneling?
On outside, but unable to get the flick there. There is the second gen popping off, things are going quick.
Did you see the aura? Is that a bitter murmur?
It is indeed. No Rancor today. Instead, there is a bitter murmur. We'll see if that pays off a little bit better than the Rancor did.
Yeah, kind of interesting there. However, yeah, Nia does get body blocked. They're not able to get into the window. And there's the down. Hopefully for this Billy, no Nancy in sight. And they will be able to get this second hook here in the basement, to be fair. However, there are 3 Survivors that are unaccounted for. 2 gens gone. I wouldn't be surprised if we see 2 gens pop off very quickly here.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, Billy's going to have to be on top of these generators as we speak. And sure enough, there is a Survivor right there, looking like the lorry that we are now in chase with.
Yep, there's 1 gen right there. The question is there a second gen on its way? Interrupting the lorry might have stalled the second gen potentially. They do go for the unhook in the basement. I imagine we'll see Bamboozle. Yep, Bamboozle coming in here. Can they take the body block for the... They're not even going to bother taking body blocks for Nia just yet. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, they're gonna switch sides there, and it looks like Nancy will go down. However, not a bad trade here for the Billy, as they are going to continue with the chase on the Nia, slugging the Nancy out. Nia trying desperately to get to something, anything to help them out, and Billy just doing an amazing job holding their chainsaw at the ready.
Oh, so close. Nancy does get picked up, going to just absolutely tunnel this Nia into the ground despite the body block. Nia throwing every pallet in sight, but I think they might be on their last leg here, as I don't know where you go from this point. Oh, good fake.
Yeah, just hold W for the win. They know full well that low pro is in play, and if they would have dropped that, it would have been a guaranteed down.
Whoa.
However, Nia coming back for the pallet stun, and unfortunately, I think this could spell the end of this match, though Nia will go down with the last gen completing all the while. There's just so much for the Billy to make up here before they're able to get the tie set.
Right. No way out, obviously. So Noed being the only thing left. This might result in a 3-out. The Survivors played this so well. Absolutely amazing play. And, whoa, they might be able to snipe this Claudette.
It is unable to get the chainsaw. They do not know about Noah, though. There's the down. So at the very least, this will be a 2K here. Nancy getting pushed out. No chance of that flashlight save incoming. And I think here is going to be the 2K. Now, of course, this will not result in a set win for Deathwish, let alone a tie match. But at the very least, it will result in them keeping the score as tight as possible as we go into set number 2.
True. I would like to point out here, Survivors don't inherently know about Bitter Murmur. Did they just take a chance on there not being Blood Warden? I know we don't see it very often, but I wouldn't gamble it. I don't know what Lori's doing, but are they trying to find Noed?
No, I think they could be trying to set up a Deliverance hatch play by chance.
Shot.
It's not outside the realm of possibility. I would not be surprised in the slice that or Lori is on the other exit gate the other side.
They can't. Nancy did the save both times.
Oh, you're right. So no Deliverance in play then. So I don't know. I mean, Lori definitely has a lot of opportunities to get out. They have the other exit gate on the other side of the map. They have Hatch after the death of Claudette. So why they aren't already gone is unbeknownst to me and probably everyone else for that matter.
Honestly, they might be like, okay, we might be right about the deli plate. Maybe Lori has deli. You get the unhook on Claude, and then Claude gets borrow timed out. I don't know. I can't begin to fathom, honestly, if we're being fair.
Yeah, maybe you're right in saying that there might be they might be hunting for Noah to make that play happen. Unfortunately, with being so close to this hook, I just don't see it happening.
You know, maybe they couldn't get to the other exit gate because they're worried if they see progress on the other exit gate, Billy's gonna get there in time and then Noed. Maybe they might be waiting for Hatch potentially, or worried that they get caught out at this exit gate. I don't know.
Yeah, very real possibility. But if that's the ability, if that is the thought in mind. Ooh.
Oh?
Ooh.
Oh?
Lori trying to do stuff and things, playing it very safe. And as we see the Billy go off into the sunset, the Lori will take the time needed to get out at this exit gate. So you may have been right there, but Billy coming in, not able to get the hit, though.
That was close. And worth mentioning, that was what they were setting up. She did have borrowed time deliverance. If Billy, for whatever reason, left that hook just a little bit, they were setting up the deli borrowed time play.
Yeah, it would seem that way. So close calls for sure.
I got a little bit of a heart attack seeing Billy come back there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Definitely a little bit of a heart-pounding moment for sure. But with that being said, Descent will take set number 1. And we are going to be switching. We're going to actually be staying on the same side. Deathwish killing again. This time, though, we'll be switching over to Rancid with a Nurse Mirror.
Why Rancid? I know Nurse is just the powerhouse, but I feel like Nurse is just slightly less insane on Rancid due to Corn Vision. Am I wrong?
I don't think you're wrong. I do not think you're wrong, but we'll have to wait and see what the logic is. Either way, I think we're going to be in for quite a treat. But before we do jump into that and see some Nurse play, we are going to take a quick break, though. Before we do remind everyone here that we are partnered with Stream for a Cause. Stream for a Cause is a nonprofit organization based here in the United States that supports a whole litany of different causes, from refugees in Ukraine to Going Green initiatives. I think next month is LGBTQA plus community and a whole lot more. So that being said, if you guys would check out Champions for a Cause, our fundraiser that we spun up with them. It would mean a whole lot if you're able to donate even $1. With that being said, though, every dollar that you do donate does impact Championship of Champions in December, where the best of the best of Champs of the Fog will duke it out for the grand prize. With that being said, guys, we'll be back in just a bit.
Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody, for the Nurse Mirror of the Century. I feel like this is going to be the set that decides Group B. You feeling the same way?
It definitely is feeling like that for sure, and it is definitely coming down to the wire as the pressure is now on Osaka, not just to set their Survivor team up well for set number 2, but also to make up the gap they have in the match point.
Absolutely, and thankfully, back at normal volume in the game thanks to the lack of chainsaws. Nurse with the double recharge add-ons as expected, trying to figure out where these survivors spawned, as not only do you have Corn Vision to contend with, but it's like also Nurse Corn Vision, so it's like even worse. It's like the worst of both worlds.
Yeah, just a little Nurse desperately trying to find where these survivors are, but not seeing anyone thus far. And trying to get some verticality here to be able to see over the corn, but unable to see much of anything. These survivors doing a fantastic job of dodging this Nurse, but not good enough, as the Neo will take the first hit of this trial.
They did, so they thought they sniffed them out. They knew that they spawned back there somewhere, but not quite enough, and they do go down before getting in the locker. First hook coming in. Granted, for not being able to find the survivors, it seemed like at all, they managed to get a hook before the first minute's up. So props to the Nurse for that. Scourge Hook Pain Resonance. They're not gonna bother with that gen. They're like, yeah, you finished that gen. I'm going for a different one. Wow.
Yeah, I think they recognize that 2 survivors on there with 1 minute already passed. Probably going to be able to get that done before they're able to get there in time. And so opting to instead drop that and go for a different chase.
True, and we do hear progress on this one. Claudette blinking around the corner, not quite able to get the hit there. Very close, but holding W nonetheless. Can I just say, thank goodness we don't have range add-ons?
Yeah, seriously. Unfortunately there for the Nurse, whether purposeful or otherwise, unable to get the blink through the hay bale. And it looks like they're going to be opting to go back for the unhook as we speak.
So worth noting for the viewers, because the survivors know, that was a Pop Goes the Weasel. There is Thanatophobia. She's self-carrying under the hook, so there's no decisive. Is there a flashlight? No flashlight.
There has to be something here. Like, there's no DS. They're just supposed to have been like split-second timing. They must have thought, okay, I got this. Commit. And just committed a little bit too long.
Yeah, that might have been miscommunication. Unfortunately, going against a Nurse, you're at 4 gens left to go. Oh, they saw the survivor through the window. That was beautiful. I barely caught them out of the corner of my eye. That could have been a fatal mistake.
Oh, absolutely. This sets up Osaka for quite the match, especially as they are in chase of Lori here, unable to get the hit for the down, but Lori will be pressured away from the tile as they do find the Claudette. And I think the Lori going back down.
Yeah, but I thought they saw somebody back there as well, but yeah, they're just gonna leave her slugged, and they're gonna go after, no, are they going for the 4-man slug?
They're looking for something here. They are out for blood. They have chosen violence, to say the least.
They might be, you know what, with their predicament, they might be thinking, hey, I need a 4K and I need as few gens to be completed as possible. I need the fastest 4K in the West right now. Also worth noting, yeah, Nia's been on a hook for a while. That had to have been kinship. For the homies, coming in from the Nancy as well to give that Nia much needed breath. Deliverance from the Lori as well. Survivors have practically just reset the game.
Yeah, pretty much, but at the same time, that's still 3 hooks in and only 1 gen completed. And there is the Nia. This is potentially going to be the first survivor out of the match if, in instance, they are able to get the down. That light, though, getting them some good distance.
Absolutely, but they did stay in the tile. Worth noting, 10% on the Thanatophobia. Hit coming in, 15% on Thanatophobia. Survivors need to be cranking gens because Nia's days are numbered, though. Honestly, they're making milkshakes out of just thin water right here. I don't know how they have not gone down yet.
Yeah, absolutely. Nurse trying to
beautiful.
predict where she's going, does successfully do so. That there will be the down as we see another gen popping off. And I imagine he is going back up on the Scourge hook here in this corner.
I would imagine so. Another gen flying off as well. Survivors managing to get 2 during that time. Both survivors that were broken are now unbroken. I imagine we will probably see a reset coming in here momentarily. Yeah, nobody's on that gen though. I thought there was.
And that gen was hit by Pain Resonance and does not have a lot of progress to show for it. So Nurse is in a pretty good position here.
For sure. Oh, and they see the Claudette through the thickness there. Gonna be following it up. However, this Claudette seems very adept at holding the W key, and they are getting out of dodge.
Yeah, so far Claude doing a wonderful job getting the Nurse away from all of the gens. Unfortunately, that double back not doing them any favors. Another double back and a pallet drop, but the Nurse, whether purposeful or otherwise, does do a short blink and gets the down.
I would like to think, just because I know Osaka, that some of these like are very intentional, like minute things, like flicking over the last second to not, predict blink, and the Claudette read it as a prediction blink, doubling back, and then got the double back hit, followed by, that looked like a missed blink, but worked out in their favor because Claudette again thought it was going to be a short one and doubled back and got hit down. But also, survivors, have they been on, like, they reset they reset Nancy and Lori. I don't think the generators have been touched since that time.
I do believe you are correct. Once again, Pain Resonance going off and not a lot of progress to show for it. So right now the Nurse is in a pretty good position to just continue to pressure these survivors off of gens, get some good chases and quick downs, and making doubly sure with the pop goes the weasel, bringing that gen to all but 0.
True. Also, I think that one there definitely felt like a failed blink potentially, as the double back was not enough. Lori's gonna be able to run away. Yeah, survivors continually taking chase and just running away from the generators on that side of the map. They needed to find the Claudette.
Exactly what they needed to do, and that there will be the hit on Lori. Osaka opting to drop the chase, going to pressure the gens instead. I mean, with the Claudette still injured, this is probably the right decision.
Right. I'm wondering if the Claudette is 99 for resilience play potentially. They are here at the tractor, as we did see blood there. Can they get enough distance away? Might have been a balanced landing because that survivor is long gone.
Yeah, Bounce Land getting a lot of good value here this match for sure. And looks like Osaka has found the Nancy, the only uninjured survivor as of this moment, and will continue to chase back into this dead zone.
Right. I mean, if you can get everybody injured, they have to reset, which gives you times for your gens to be under patrol. Just a little bit of give and take here. However, these survivors are no pushovers. I imagine they might have... No, they were resetting right here. They found the reset point.
That's a whole lot of blood. And with no one healed up, that is either the one of the 2 injured survivors. They see the Claudette here and do get the down through the pallet.
The Nurse absolutely needed this, because now you can go hook next to your generators on the other side. Well, I think, no, they're just going to go for potentially a Scourge Hook here instead. The fact that they were able to find that through the corn is so lucky for them. They might be able to pull this out after. I was really worried the survivors are going to start gaining the upper edge.
Yeah, but there is the Scourge Hook. Pain Resonance going to be doing some quick looks at the gens, seeing which one they are going to go for. The Pop Goes Weasel. Once again, 2 survivors still injured, one of them being on hook. And Osaka looking around, trying to find the Lori, I would imagine. And looks like they are going to go check over by the shack.
Here, a little bit of progress here. Would be a good pop point, but as you said, the Lori is here. The Claudette did get unhooked. But Lori might be in a bit of trouble, though I think she might have been tucking away a sprint burst. Maybe? I'm not sure, actually.
I mean, with that amount of distance would definitely look like it. Nurse is going to predict where the Lori is going, unable to do so, and we will be pushing back into that tile she was in earlier with the down pallet.
Yep, and doing a really good job. It's so rough for the line of sight. Doubling back, but not going to matter as they do end up going down. If the survivors don't pop a gen right now, I think it might be lights out. They need to have got a gen done by now. I know they keep trying to reset, but Claudette's had more than time. They need to have been on something. Yeah, they are on that gen. They might be
sure,
committing.
They were attempting. Unfortunately, by committing and not letting go of that gen, they do waste a little bit of time where Osaka will be able to get in with Paco's Weasel. Instead, though, using it on the main gen and potentially cutting off the survivors here, as they do see scratch marks. Not sure of which way they went, though, looking around for another survivor.
Yeah, and honestly, if I was the nurse here, I'd be breathing a huge sigh of relief, not just because that's part of my kit, because I don't know if you noticed, but that gen that got pain res had virtually no progress. Which, if that's the gen with the most progress, you're feeling good.
Absolutely. I will say, however, these gens, you know, each have a little bit of progress on each. So slowly but surely, these survivors are going to get some value out of them if it does result in a longer chase. However, finding an injured survivor here, more likely not the Claudette. Claudette, once again, back up on this tractor, trying to get some distance off that balanced landing.
Oh, man. If they did not get much, as the nurse just blinks straight through it. They're getting a little bit of distance. There is a pallet they can use, but it doesn't matter as they go down. This is death hook for the Claudette.
Yeah, unless there's a survivor here to get the pallet stun. I hear some footsteps, not able to get it though. There's a swing through the pallet, and the nurse is clean.
Yeah, they are. As I feel like a referee, like when a baseball player slides into home plate, safe. But oh, another pain res going off in that distance, using good. Honestly, pain res has gotten so much value this game, it's hard to calculate. It's been at least a generator and a half of regression.
Every single hook has been a Scourge hook pain resonance. So absolutely doing an amazing job of slowing down this match. And this is what Osaka has needed to really keep this in their favor with only 2 gens completed, or 3 gens completed.
Right, giving their survivor team a very much needed chance at bringing the match point and set point back in their favor. I honestly, really, yeah, there's that sprint rush, she did have it, but she's gonna get hit anyway, throwing the pallet, and I think we might see the 4K incoming. I don't think the survivors have enough resources left.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. Thankfully for these survivors, the Lori's still up and kicking. Osaka, though, dropping chase now, trying to go back for this gen to push the Nancy off to ensure another gen is not completed, setting up their survivor team for success.
Absolutely, and honestly, props to the killer for that. Like, I guess kind of foresight, because if you know that if it comes down to a 2-point game, if you gave them a gen right here, you know that's on you, and they're doing everything they can to make sure this 4K is at 2 gens up. Really precise play.
Nurse being very patient here, using 1 blink at a time to try and keep their distance. Nancy, though, doing a great job of doubling back. Will take the hit, though, and Thanatophobia slowing that gens by a whopping 10%. And now going back for the Lori here in Shack, I'd imagine. And Nurse will see that the gen has a bit of progress.
It does. Yeah, Thanatophobia has just been doing a huge amount of work on these generators, just not able to, like, single man on a gen. Okay, so 10% slower, that is almost 90 seconds for a gen, right?
Yep, it is about 88 seconds, and Nurse desperately looking around for this Lori, unable to hear Pete. But yeah, as you said, there's scratch marks, there's the blood. Someone is in the Nurse's sights, and that there is the Lori.
Good mind games from both of these players, hugging the corner right and wait for them to commit to a blink, and they do get it. If there is a Scourge hook, that is lights out. However, if there is no Scourge hook in the vicinity, they might be able to finish that 4th generator. I think they will.
Yeah, I think you are right, as we do see the hook in basement. However, there is the hatch. What spawns first, the hatch, or will the gen be completed? It comes down to but mere seconds.
They're not going to try and do the gen. I had to check just to see. They're not going to try and do the gen, so generators are offline. They prevented it, but the question is, are they going to be on an exit gate?
Yeah, that is the question of the day. These exit gates both on the same side. Not the greatest split, but there is the Nancy caught out in the middle of nowhere, and that there will be the end of trial number 3 with a 24-point victory to Osaka and Deathwish's killer team.
I don't know about you, but The killer came out and did exactly what their team needed. I don't think you could ask more of this killer. Hey, can you go in and can you 4K before they finish the generators? If I was any killer, a normal circuit would be like, are you kidding me? And this killer performed. They managed to do it. Now the pressure is on. To be fair, I know who's going to be killing for Descent here, and it's going to also be a tall ask for these survivors to be able to, you know, reciprocate in kind.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. But that being said, Deathwish bringing not only the set point within reach, but also the match point. But we will be flipping sides here. This time, Descent killing against Deathwish's Survivor team. And once again, we'll be back on the Rancid with a nurse.
Yep, and wouldn't you know it? I even said this earlier today on the first match. It all comes down to Trial 4, the set point and the match point. And this is going to be the exact same scenario. It's coming down to this final trial for everything is on the line. Oh man, this is going to be good, and it's a nurse mirror.
Yeah, we'll be seeing Laser's nurse on the Sense Killer team. But as we get this lobby set up, I do want to remind you guys the last time today that you all here today are our sponsors. So thank you all for the ads that you watch, the bits that you tip, and of course the subs that you buy, as all the money goes towards the production of Champs and Fog, including our $525 prize pool. With that being said, we'll see you guys in just a little bit.
Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody, to Champions of the Fog, the final trial of today. And it's a doozy because it's tied for points. Match point, set point on the line. Can Descent's Nurse pull it back?
We will not have to wait long, as we do see the Corrupt Invention activating, and the Laser off to the races looking for these survivors out of the gate. We'll see how much the Corn impacts their ability to see.
Agreed, and worth noting, there is a totem alive and in the Corrupt Zone. I appreciate checking outside the Corrupt Zone first because spawn, you can sometimes get a spawn right next to you. And if that was the case, it would have paid off huge. But regardless, they do find Nia within 30 seconds, mind you. So this could be a very quick chase. Oh, look at that live.
Yeah, absolutely. That there, getting some distance, shorter and up the blink, trying to get the pallet stun, unable to do so though. And that will be the first hook within 45 seconds of this match.
Right, and everybody knows about that totem now. We know it's ruined. There's the natophobia as well, so Survivor's got a little bit to chew through on these gens. That hook is in the middle of the map. I would imagine they would have called out the ruin here, but do they go and get it, or are they gonna try and power through it? They get the unhook immediately, no chances taken.
And
scary
Nia
tunnel.
here going to be tunneled out. First gen completed though. I mean, these survivors know full and well what the win condition is for this set, and I imagine we see a decisive strike, right?
No, oh my word, what? Yeah, no decisive.
Yeah, that was a brazen FU to the Nurse on that unhook, and as we can see, the Nurse did not take all too kindly to that, and Nia up on the hook for a second time within the same Corrupt Intervention, mind ya.
Yeah, I was about to say, we're still in Corrupt, folks. We got another 15 or so seconds here. 2 hooks on a Survivor. Not even a camp to second stage, a fresh hook. And they're going for that unhook again. Nurse reads it, and they're going to interrupt it here. Quadet might be caught out. Was it possible kinship? No, it's still ticking down.
I was gonna say it's definitely a possibility, but only time will tell. But looks like that is not the case, and Laser could very easily camp this out and make it a 3v1 match, which would be huge for the Nurse, as we do hear Ruin go off in the distance.
They do cleanse Ruin, so Survivors have done one thing to help them out here. However, even a hook trait here seems really bad. I'm not really sure what. Is this like the ultimate gens before friends build where they like, hey, let's just get 4 gens done? Like, I don't know what the plan is here. Oh, they do bait out the hit though, so they will get the trade for the homies as well.
People. Yeah, so I was like, what is the Claudette doing? She's body blocking the Nia, and then all of a sudden I see 4 the homies like, okay, this makes a bit more sense.
I'm actually surprised you didn't go immediately and down the Claudette as well, because then you've got a hook traded down. Jake already up, however, possibly a we're gonna live forever. However, that for the homies was for naught. Unless there was a saved up decisive. No, there's not. And this survivor is dead.
Yeah, things just not looking good here for Deathwish's survivor team. Laser put in the pressure on now, as there is only one gen completed. These survivors need another 2 gens to get the tie match and 3 to get the win, but Claude going down ain't making things easy.
No, they are not. And this is first look coming up on this Claudette. I imagine survivors are just going ham on gens right now, but the problem is if they didn't get those gens beforehand, I think that unhook might have just cost them the game at the beginning. Like, that unhook was so unnecessary and forced.
Yeah, I would tend to agree as we see crows pop off that gen there. The nurse is very aware of the existence of Jake, will slug him out as they see the last gen popping off. If there is not a deliverance or unbreakable, this could be it for the survivor team.
I was about to say, it could be the most calculated risk of all time with deliverance unbreakable coming in. However, I don't know if that's the case. Did Claudette get an unhook? I don't think she did. I think it was the Nancy and the Jake that did unhooks.
I think you're right, and so Claudette very soon will be moving to second stage. Nurse, though, seemingly losing the Nancy as she has disappeared into thin air. Jake still not up off the ground. There he goes.
There you go.
Don't think it was an unbreakable, though, meaning that we will see a progression to second stage here in just a moment.
Yep, and they do catch the Nancy out. There you see it, that progression to second stage on the Claudette. Nancy struggling, trying to get to the unhook. However, no blind on the nurse. I don't think they're going to be able to make it through this unhook. Oh, barely, but there will be a hook trade at best. And I think we know that... Wait. Oh, yeah, I was thinking wrong. Yeah, I was going to say, like, she wouldn't have bar time. Yeah, Claudette doesn't have bar time. Nancy does. Oh, what a precise blink. Oh, my word. Yeah, this might be lights out.
Stuff there. I mean, if survivors are able to get one more gen, Jake is up as we speak. That will tie up the match. However, if they are unable to do so and then get an additional gen, it will all be for naught, as Descent will take both the match point and this set point as well.
True, and there you see the deliverance on the Nancy. Pop coming in. The final perk has been revealed. Claudette does get picked up. This is really, really close, folks. Jake's on the run.
Jake, desperately just trying to get away from this nurse. But no matter what he does, he can just not get away fast enough. And it looks like we will see the Jake go down in the corner.
Claudette did get a reset, however, you probably aren't on the same gen that Jake was at, but you're probably on another gen, hoping that maybe if you can pause that one, Jake can do it at a later time. But I think it's going to be a struggle for these survivors to get anything else done. You've got two. Oh, never mind. They did go touch that gen. It's going to get popped another time. As that is, it looks like a Nancy because there's blood on the ground.
Yeah, that was indeed Nancy. There's the unhook by the Claudette. I imagine Nancy going back to the gen as we speak in order to try and crank it out. But with 40 seconds off the gen between those two Pop Goes Weasels, it is going to be a tall order to get it done and dusted as Jake does go down once again.
No fear of Decisive Strike. Decisive Strike would be it is Decisive Strike. Survivors desperately need that. Honestly, that might be just enough time for Nancy to go back and finish that gen. It's been 10% slowdown this whole time, but just that little bit of extra time, they might be able to finish it.
Yeah, definitely not set the wrong possibility, but at that point, it's just going to come down to these survivors, whether or not they're able to do a single gen thereafter. If so, they will win this at point, but at this point, it does not look like they are going to win the match.
True, that is a very good point there, as they do finish that third gen. Now it's just a matter of, I don't know of any other gen with progress on it, though. Claudette getting found out here as Nancy was able to sneak away. Beautiful prediction there as well. I don't think they're going to be able to get it. A little bit of noise bug because I'm not hearing the unhook notification, but Jake did get unhooked there. Can they get a fourth gen here, do you think?
It's definitely not out of the realm of possibility, but they're going to have to play this to a T, to say the least.
Absolutely. Or, well, I guess there's always a chance that you might be able to do some crazy hatch play to try and get it, but oh, you see both survivors. You saw Jake and the blood from Nancy leading into this tile. They're both here.
Yeah, if that's the case and they do not split up soon, do not go on a crazy cracked out chase. I think this will be it, as Nancy is going to be slugged out. Looks like Laser going for the slug for the 4K. Not chancing that hatch escape, which you mentioned earlier. Thinking that Jake is still back here, but not seeing a sign of him.
No, it does seem that Jake was able to get out of dodge, and barring some unbreakable, which I don't think has been used yet, if I'm correct. I don't think so.
I do believe you're correct of a no unbreakable used so far. And with that being said, Nurse had to make a decision here, chance the unbreakable or go for the gens, and looks like they'll opt to go for the gens.
True. However, Nancy did get picked up, whether that was unbreakable or Jake being a stealthy. No, that was not Jake. That wasn't unbreakable, as Jake is over here instead. Going down at the pallet. Jake is second hook, right?
I believe that is the case, and thus Nurse will not go for the hook, risking the Nancy escape via the hatch. Once again, slugging out for that 4K. And Nurse trying to get some height here to see over the corner, trying to find where the Nancy may be. Not able to see her, though. Nancy doing a great job of waiting this out. Nurse still desperate to find her, though, blinking around the shack. And so far, nothing to be seen.
True, and Jen has a little bit of progress on it, but not enough. Yeah, so one unbreakable down now. I think they were hoping that Jake maybe not getting caught out there, but yeah, just going for another advantage point. Survivors are using every bit of this map for immersion, and that's really well done, honestly. Like, this map is not quite an immersive paradise, but it's very, very strong. I haven't seen a single crow disturbed for most of the end of this game. So they've been really good and conscious about that.
And Jake trying to crawl off into the distance. Nurse not caring, though, opting to let him slug and run. I mean, there is the thought as well that if Nurse does not get the kill on Jake, that might actually matter when it comes down to the final point total for this set.
That is a really, really good point there. They could end up losing the set if a bleed out occurs. I was about to say, like, I don't know why Jake would go over there because that's a bit closer to the shack, but at the same time, like, if you just lose the Nurse and the Nurse doesn't pay attention, and I think that's what's going on, is they are playing into the fact they have Corn on their side. I think they were trying to blink into basement there for a second.
Yeah, I think you are right.
Oh, there's Nancy.
Nope, there is the Nancy through the window. Nancy will go down, and here comes the hook on Nancy. This will be the final hook that we see here today. And now comes down, will the Nurse be able to find the Jake before they bleed out?
True. Did the Jake reverse course and go back or not? However, it is still 45 seconds to find them before they bleed out. It is possible for the Nurse to still find them. That is enough time to cover most of the map. However, do they hear him?
So far, not hearing anything. Nurse blinking over to the other side, thinking that Jake may have doubled back towards the cow tree. No sign, though. If in instance they bleed out, I think that Deathwish will win this set by 1 point.
A 1 point difference, denying the Nurse the hook. I don't think we've actually seen bleed out actually make a difference in a game of Dead by Daylight in this series so far. So well played. The Survivors have played to their outs.
Correct.
Survivors have played to their outs. I gotta know, Jake, where are you, my man? He stayed in the corner. He stayed the course. Wait, Nurse sees him. Does he bleed out in time? He's trying to hide. He dies.
And there it is. Wow.
They actually took it.
About split seconds coming through in the end. Deathwish taking the set point. They may have not won the war, but they sure as hell won the battle today.
Wow. That was decided by literally seconds. Nurse thinking they doubled back, checking the other side, but Jake stayed the course, jammed himself into the corner, and it was enough. Oh my word. What a match. What a match. Literally down to the last minute. Last second.
I was about to say, not even last second. Nurse was on top of that man.
Whoa, my goodness. Oh, I feel like I need a breather here, but I know we got to close this out, so... Congratulations to Descent on the match victory, but GGWP to Deathwish for holding it for the set.
Yeah, abso-freaking-lutely.
My word.
Descent taking the first set 40-22, but Deathwish bringing it back in the end 30-29 for the set win, and Descent in the end winning the match point 69-52.
Oh man, that was... I don't think we're gonna that showed up to be the best game I think we've seen so far. We knew that these two teams are cracked. We knew it was gonna be a showdown. I'm excited we got the game that we were anticipating. This was such a good match.
Yeah, that was freaking insane. Amazing stuff, to say the least. And with that being said, we will have more in store tomorrow. As we are going to be seeing the best of Group A duke it out for the final round of the group stage before we move into the final stage and semifinals.
Oh, it's going to be so good. This is such a good weekend for Dead by Daylight. I have been enjoying this. Thank you so much for co-hosting with me today, Gilt.
Anytime. It has been a pleasure. But with that being said, guys, before we do go, Rue, where we could find you next time you go live?
You can find me tonight, as I'm probably just going to be practicing for the Trickster Gauntlet. There is a Trickster Gauntlet tomorrow that I have to practice for, and being the #1 Trickster mate, I have to hold my title. So I'm going to be getting ready for that bit of pain, so bear with me tonight on that one. And Gilt, you said you were playing some MTGA?
Yeah, probably not tonight on stream. Probably going to take a bit of a breather, but instead we will be playing some Magic the Gathering Arena on Monday for Monday Night Magic. But you guys will all see me before then tomorrow for some more competitive Dead by Daylight here at Champions of the Fog.
Thanks for watching, everybody.